I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
podcast
on the Citadel.
Welcome to Andromenerds, the #1 Mass Effect podcast on the internet.
In the world.
Yes. My name is Minius of Minius GC, and with me are my co-hosts, Tucker from Mass Effect Follower.
Hello, everyone.
And the one and only BioFan.
Happy Hanukkah.
And if the power comes back on at her place, AbilityDrain.
Insert swearing here.
We got... Yeah, that's okay. She actually lives in the 1700s and time travels to talk with us. I think that's...
I put a picture of where I'm pretty sure her house is in the Skype chat.
Which makes sense. I imagine it'd be hard to get power and internet there. Andromenerds post every week, Mondays at noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. in Newfoundland, and 8 at night in the UK. If you'd like to contribute to the show with a question or topic suggestion, you should email us at andromenerds@gmail.com. So you wanted to start the show off somewhere different. I had something down, but we have another Loch Ness Monster situation.
Okay. No. All right.
Go for it. No, I don't think we are. Go for it.
No, I was going to say, all right, to everyone who is posting, oh, look, Amazon has the release date, or GameStop has the release date, or this buttfuck area website has a release date. No, they don't. Those are all placeholder release dates.
But I saw it. I saw it. It's had the release date was December 29th.
No, that's a placeholder date.
Why
Tucker,
not?
It said it's December 31st.
I'm gonna fight
okay?
both of you because both of you guys were agreeing with me saying bullshit.
Oh, we're being sarcastic, dude. There's
Weird
I know.
memes. We
I know
get
that.
20 million comments about this every day.
And we got
It's placeholder.
We've gotten emails about that. There are posts on Reddit, messages sent to our Twitter accounts. All of it. Those are placeholders. Those aren't the actual release date.
They will never release something that close to after Christmas.
Yeah, that might be the worst possible release date. Like
Ever.
if you were to name a release date that's worse than that, you couldn't do it. But anyway, just general guide. If you see something that's like the last day of a quarter or in the last couple, that's probably not it. Games will always release on a Tuesday and if not a Friday. And if it's not one of those, that's also an issue. So when we get an official release date, we will tell you.
That and also they've said it's spring 2017.
We will make a big, I still don't believe that, but we will make a big deal about it when we get a release date.
When we get a definite
You can follow us on
and
Twitter
month.
and we'll probably freak out or something on Twitter.
It'll be a hallelujah chorus, finally.
So yes, yeah. And how irritated are you that we don't have a release date now?
It's so close. Well, we think it's close.
I don't think it is.
But
This is the you. At this point, it's a mistake if they know when they're going to be releasing the game and they're not telling us. That's a mistake.
because
I just want to
it's
say
now hardcore winter, I think, and spring is not that far away.
Let's say they're supposed to release the game, the original spot where we thought it, which was March 21st.
Oh, no, I don't think
That
that's
is
happening.
less than 3 months away. This is a major video game title. You need to give people more heads up than that.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that they're still kind of holding it back because from when I talked to Aaron Flynn, they're all polishing now. They just don't know how long the polishing is going to take.
Still, it's all marketing. You have people who need to buy a system or need to upgrade their PC, and you need to give them the appropriate amount of heads up for a video game. It's not like it's a movie in theaters where you can walk over to your movie theater.
But quick question: did I mention what happened to my interview with Aaron Flynn in the last podcast?
No, not in the last podcast. You did tell us. It was actually,
Yeah.
I think you were recording the next day.
So what happened was interviewed Aaron Flynn. It was about a 30-minute interview with some awesome information. It wasn't a big thing being unveiled, but it was a lot of little small parts here and there where we would learn more. And I was recording his audio because he was not able to record his audio. And the QuickTime player that I was using to record his audio decided to crash. and did not save any of the information. So,
That sucks.
my interview with Aaron Flynn is not there. We are trying to figure out another interview somewhere in January after an information drop, but that's all. That was it. That was fun. That was cool. Thank you, QuickTime, for being such a marvelous little thing. That was fun. I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck, an interview with Aaron Flynn. That's awesome. And nope.
I actually, believe it or not, I brought a cameraman down with me to Los Angeles to interview Aaron Flynn, and he was too busy doing something else. He forgot something at the hotel room. So, not quite as bad because I could do it myself, but yeah, planning interviews that's difficult.
That's the first time that happened to me too, and it's with Aaron Flynn, which that was a big interview for us to get.
Yeah, he'll
So
give us
Minius,
hopefully
do you
that'll.
want
So,
to?
Aaron, if you're listening to this, we should focus on rescheduling that.
Or come on,
Minius, do you
Andromenerds.
Oh yeah, come on, Andromeda.
Or come on to Andromenerds. You're welcome anytime.
What do you want me to do?
I was going to
get us
say, do
back
you
on
want
track?
to open with the thing you originally wanted to open
Well,
with?
basically, here's a question that I get asked a lot, and I think it matters to a lot of people. There are 3 Mass Effect games. Which Mass Effect is the best game?
3.
Not your favorite game, the best game.
You know, I know
Tucker just want to jump on 3? Really? That's
Yeah.
what you're going with, 3. Why 3?
I'm going to agree
Yeah,
three.
because I know that neither of you. Because I know neither of you will pick that. So
Are you serious? That's your reasoning?
I'm pretty.
That's
just
poop
picked
reasoning.
3, but
BioFan.
okay.
No, you didn't.
All right, BioFan just wrecked Tucker's shit. He picked 3. BioFan, why is 3 your favorite?
Okay, if you cut off the last 20 minutes and don't include that, it is a beautiful plot line with a rich and rewarding story that was really, really good and really, really addicting. And if you put all 3 Mass Effect... Okay, if the most simple way for me to judge this, if you put all Mass Effect games in front of me, I move 1 to the side because I ain't going to replay that. It was just okay. So you have 2 and 3 in front of me.
You're going to get shit for that, but go ahead.
You have 2 and 3 in front of me, and I'm just going to go with 3. If I choose which one do I want to play more, 3.
Well, my actual argument with 3 was also going to be that a lot of people have issue with the ending, which I don't have much of an issue with the ending. But
I mean, I was disappointed by it, but at the same time, I'm not going to let that 20-minute period ruin the whole other 50 hours.
To me, Mass Effect 3, and I've read this before when Mass Effect 3 first came out, but Mass Effect 3 as a whole is an ending itself. It's not just the ending is ending Mass Effect 3, but throughout the game, you're ending issues and conflicts that have happened for years and years. Like the Genophage, the Geth and Corian conflict, and things like that. So it's Mass Effect 3 as a whole is an ending to many, many different parts of the game.
I think that there were a couple legitimate errors in the ending that added up into something that caused people to flip out, and I can't really blame people for flipping out.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
unfortunately,
blame people.
I'd like to agree with you because I was playing Mass Effect 3, and I remember this specifically, and this is a feeling that doesn't happen to me very often. I'm playing Mass Effect 3, I'm about halfway through it, Cerberus is attacking the Citadel, I'm thinking, wow, this is the best game I've ever played. This is the best game I've ever played. And then I get to the ending, and I'm like, oh... The ending's important. It's very important and knocks it down a rung easily for me. But yeah, at some point we might want to get into the ending or not. But as far
I think
as
that's a vicious spiral.
it totally is. We're
stuff.
we're kind of scratching it right now. It depends on how big of a deal it is to you. There are some people. I don't know a whole lot of people who liked it. There are people who are okay with it. And there are people who don't like it.
I don't know anybody that's like, I loved that ending. I think there are people that are okay with it, and then there are a whole lot of people that are not okay with it.
But I won't get it. So you guys are both going with 3, really? I was not expecting that. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I was going to say also, we can talk about the other games as well with it, but I would say that Mass Effect 3, and also the fact that Mass Effect 3 had multiplayer, which added a lot of replayability, which I know in Mass Effect, there's choices and different choices created for different story, but there are moments where I could just hop on and just play multiplayer with friends, and the multiplayer community is still pretty decent now, actually.
Let me cut someone off in the
For-
comments section who is about to talk about how much shit multiplayer was. Dude, play it first. Play it. Shut up.
Those who say it is absolute shit haven't really played it.
I get that comment all the time. You're like, oh, this multiplayer was garbage. I'm like, did you play it? Like, no, I just heard it was garbage. Like, oh, dude.
Like,
Don't mind me. I'm opening up a
Dude.
Sour Patch Kids box now.
You open that Sour Patch Kids box.
Like when I replay Mass Effect 2 and when I replay Mass Effect 3, there's such a significant difference in like choices, because Mass Effect 2's kind of focused on characters and it's all kind of dependent on the ending, but the kind of that build up of the characters and things like that, there's not too many differences. So yeah, first run it's an amazing game, but when you've played it like 4 times, there's not that much different. When you play Mass Effect 3, the story's so good for one, you could play it a million times, and then there's different choices you can make and things like that to where it's more replayable, you know? So that's why I think Mass Effect 3 is better.
Here's how I look at it. And first of all, I think from a standpoint, I'm starting to consider Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 all as one game.
Yeah, I'm starting to consider their trilogy as a singular
game, kind of like, you know, they're doing The Walking Dead and Telltale Games will release multiple parts. It's not quite as simple as that, but the way I view it, the first game...
I feel like Andromeda is going to be different, kind of.
It'll be significantly different, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the same characters, obviously, run-on stuff.
Do you guys want some Sour Patch Kids?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes, send them to me via the internet, Tucker.
I will mail them to you.
Can you put some up on the screen? Anyway, so the 3 games...
Hey, guys.
Oh, seriously? All right, never mind. I'm going to get rid of you. That was a terrible idea. Oh, shit. I don't want to hang up on you guys now. Fuck.
Wait, what happened?
Don't worry about it.
I turned on my camera for a second when it was eating some Sour Patch Kids.
It was slightly creepy. Anyway, the 3 games, they each have something to offer that's better than the other 2. Like, I think the first game has the best story.
Well, also,
Probably
the first
has the
game is
best
an introduction
reveal.
to the world.
Obviously introduction to the world, but it's got twists. It's got introduction to characters. Just by that, it puts it as the best story, as a story overall. I think that's very clear. It's very far ahead. It also has some interesting RPG elements depending on what you like from an RPG. It could also be considered the best RPG. I kind of want to get into that at another point because RPG discussions irritate me a little bit. And then Mass Effect 3, to me, has by far the best combat. It's by far the most fun to have your hands on a character playing, running around, and throwing abilities at people. But 2 is the best overall, in my opinion. And although I like the combat more in 3 and the story and RPG stuff more in 1, 2 is the best matchup of all of them, which also kind of has me excited for this new game, Andromeda, which is one of the reasons I'm bringing this up, because it looks a little bit like a combination of 3 and 1.
So long as there's good story, I'm good. It's really just what it comes down to, is I want a lot of story content and not an Inquisition situation where there wasn't a lot of story content.
And as far as story comes too, that's a bit of a taste thing. Although all of this is a taste thing, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a poll for the week?
What about what's your favorite game?
If not, that's the poll. What should be the poll thing? What? Maybe not your favorite, but which Mass Effect game is the best?
Which Mass Effect game is the best? Okay.
Mass Effect 1, or Mass Effect 2, or Mass Effect 3? That'll be an interesting poll.
Right now. Mm-hmm.
Based on this, I did not expect you guys both to go with 3.
Well,
I like Tucker's reason for going with 3, which is I want to troll you guys.
See, with Mass Effect, with Mass Effect 1, I have a kind of Stockholm syndrome thing with it, because that's the one I played the most, because I wanted to get every single achievement, and it had one of the worst achievements, which is to play the majority of the game with a squad mate. And there are 6 of those achievements.
You got to play it at least 3 times for that. And you got to really...
And then you have to play it on the hardest difficulty and everything like that. But I played it like 3 times before I went and started getting those achievements, so I had to play it at least 3 more times. And just... I had lists of what order to do the quests, at what time do they become like you can't do them anymore. and what is the easiest ones to go for, and what are the ones I shouldn't go for. And I just had to the DLC. I know a lot of people don't like Pinnacle Station DLC. I love the Pinnacle Station DLC because that counts for like 12 missions right there.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get I guess it's a platinum on the PlayStation 3 because I played it on PC and I played it a lot on PC and I don't want to play it as much as you need to. It's an abysmal set of achievements trophies for Mass Effect 1. It's abysmal.
So, do you want me to go over the results from last week's Andromenerds?
I got it right here. I like this poll, and I'm glad we didn't let Tucker ruin it.
Hey,
So
the
last week
hijacks will never be held down.
I think I could see like a Pyjack beating a Volus by like unscrewing his like air cap and then like him suffocating or something.
Okay, so because we're gonna do the best Mass Effect game, can I say like Mass Effect like infiltration?
No,
like,
you can't.
The phone game.
This segment.
No.
How are we going to do this segment with you on our podcast? I have no clue.
By having it be marvelous. Thank you very much.
Having me do the tweeting and Tucker do the talking and me not listening to what Tucker's saying.
It may or may not be up on the screen. Last week we asked who would win in a fight, a Volus or a Hanar, and Hanar won the thing in 510 votes, 55% to 45%. Very close.
Oh wow.
I said Hanar would win. What's up?
Interesting. Like, I wonder what, like, if you're thinking of the way I was thinking of it in my head is that they don't have any guns or weapons. It's just a Volus in a suit and a Hanar meet on the Citadel and
they, like,
get in a
fisticuff?
brawl. Yeah, fisticuffs. Where the Hanar,
Then the Hanar would definitely win. Because, first off, they're like, a Volus can't reach the Hanar's body.
Well, I could see if you're like a Volus, like you put two hands on one of those things and like you like grab it and yank it. I could see you doing some damage as a Volus. I could see you do some damage as a Volus. But like if you picked a Volus, right? Why did you think a Volus would win? Tucker.
Did I pick a Volus?
You did.
Oh.
Okay. Do you not care?
I don't remember why I picked a Volus. I probably had a reasoning at some point. Don't have it anymore.
Was it to troll us? Because that's more popular apparently than
because
I thought.
I picked the Pyjack for that.
Yeah, that's the pie. Why would a Pyjack beat either of these?
Because it's a monkey. Monkeys are fucking terrifying. Have you never read the news?
It's not a real monkey. It's a space monkey.
Well, yeah, space monkey. Even more terrifying. Monkeys on Earth can rip faces off of people and rip testicles off of people as well.
I don't know.
So,
Pyjacks seem not anywhere near as intimidating as those.
not when you're in Mako, but
might depend on how bad they smell. I think it might matter. If they smell like horrific, I'm gonna have a hard time beating a Pyjack. No, Pyjacks just sit there and take punches.
Well,
they just sit there and they're like you drive up to them with a Mako and they just stare at you and then you like clobber them.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you corner that thing, he'll fight you.
I don't know if you would. I do not know if you would.
That's why we should have put it in the poll.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We had a nice close poll.
We need to add Mass Effect Infiltrator to that best Mass Effect game.
I don't think I've ever actually played Mass Effect Infiltrator. That's
I played it.
iPad game, right? I've watched it in its entirety.
It is on.
That's not
mobile.
true. I didn't watch it in its entirety. I watched all the cutscenes and then skipped past the gameplay.
I played it. The gameplay is kinda not really good. It's kind of trash, but it's
the story was kind of intriguing from what I saw.
Yeah,
but that's
Okay, I'm back.
switching out to a mobile game was interesting, but
if you want to go play that, you can't. Too bad, because they yanked it.
I don't think I've met anyone
it's-
that's actually played it.
no, it
Like
is
I've
still,
never heard anybody go, "Oh yeah, Mass Effect Infiltrator." Yeah.
Well, I played
You've
it.
Never.
It was kind of
Oh,
trash.
you played it.
Yeah. I was actually I'm trying to make a video on it of like the top 5 best things of Mass Effect Infiltrator, but I can't when there's not 5 good things about the game.
I want to
But-
see that video.
So obviously, I didn't
was
miss
like-
out by never playing it.
Yeah,
So-
well, now you can't, which is too bad. And we're not
you
putting
can.
it on the
I
list.
downloaded it like.
I thought they yanked it.
No, it's still. Hold on, let me check. Because when I played it, it was a bit ago. Let me open up my phone.
I thought they
my mom
yanked
texted
it.
me. Hey, mom. My mom.
If they didn't yank it, I got to go download it right away. Okay, well, that's good dead air.
Dead air. I'm fucking checking the Play Store right now. Mass.
So anyway, check out the poll. Which game do you think is the best game? I have a thing
I
where
should tweet that.
I have a thing
I knew
where
there was something I was supposed to do.
Yeah, we tweet these, by the way, when we record, and we record as early as possible because we started having an issue where we weren't getting the podcasts out on time. So sometimes we can turn these things around in like 48 hours. Sometimes we need like 5-6 days, depending on schedules.
Huh, I guess you can't get it anymore.
No, you can't.
But there is Dead Effect 2, which is made by Badfly Interactive. But you have to be 17 or older to play it.
Dang it.
Ooh.
It has 1 million downloads. Damn. With a 4.2 average rating.
So one piece of Mass Effect news that I found this week and put out there for people, the face model for Scott Ryder has been, he like announced it on his social media, and then because no one that actually followed him on social media probably is in the Mass Effect fandom, so for like a whole entire like 2 months, like nobody knew that.
Was it 2 months?
He was the. It was in like. Or it was a month ago or whatever, 2 months. It was the N7-Day trailer. Yeah, it was the N7-Day trailer when you like really saw his face. It's the face model, and so like for like 2 months, nobody knew. And then I found it. I have little birds that tell me things. But yeah, the face model is Stephen Brewis, or however you say his last name. And by the way, just a disclaimer, because I know a lot of people watch this while they're at work or listen to this while they're at work. Don't try and go Google him while you're at work, because a lot of his pictures are not safe for work, by the way. Just
so you're saying we're going to link that in the description. We should really start having like a link to things that we talk about.
Check the description box when we talk about stuff. It's usually down there.
Yeah.
It's tough to like throw up a whole bunch of links and stuff. It's a podcast. You're going to be listening to it for the most part, or not. So if you want to get a boner, check out was it Stephen Brewis? Is a dude.
Yeah.
I'm straight, but he's a good looking dude.
And then
Carrie Fisher passed away.
Yeah. 2016 needs to go fuck itself.
Way to change the mood.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
even though we're Mass Effect based, I mean that's a big thing.
Yeah, this is when you're listening to this. 2016 will be over. So congratulations.
But I mean,
Yes.
Star Wars lost two big stars. It lost Kenny Baker and Carrie Fisher. So
It's a really rough go. That's she was pretty young too.
age 60.
Yeah.
60, like yeah.
Although she had
that's
a
just-
drug addiction and alcohol addiction and everything, but
That'll shorten your life, but that's unfortunate.
and what was the Garrus's quote? Maybe in heaven a full half hour before the devil knows you're dead.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then another piece of news was that the voiceover competition that like Explorers Wanted competition winners were announced.
Do they have their voices online?
One of them is.
Okay.
Hold on one sec.
How much better are they than everyone else's?
Should we have them
Well,
on as guests?
There was Kyle Land his was online, and then Carrie Schultens. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name. I've been looking and can't find her submission online, so I think hers was not super public. But his was good. So
You sound disappointed. It was
wasn't
good,
me.
I guess.
I guess. if he
that's
wasn't
fine.
as good as me.
I mean, it was good. Yeah.
I have a lot of questions. Do you want to go to those?
Well, I had one. I had another topic for discussion. What do you think will be in the next Andromeda Initiative briefing video?
Isn't it in order when they say it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next one's the ground,
ground
and
and
space,
space-
vehicle certification thing. So it's
I
about
thought it was
like the
vehicle
Tempest
certification.
and the Nomad.
Ground and space vehicle certification. So you have a ground vehicle and a space vehicle. Both are certified.
Oh, should we do predictions?
I don't know that.
Like, what do you think's going to be in it?
I think it's going to be the most boring one out of all of them.
I think
That's
we're
my
going to be
prediction.
shown the inside of the Tempest for the first time.
That will be awesome.
Almost
We're going
certainly.
to be shown the inside of
like
the Tempest.
a longer look than like a look at the bridge, right? Because we got to look at the
Yeah.
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's-
I
I want to see
predicting-
like the garage and like all the other places, It's really small though, so I'm not sure there are a ton of other places. Ooh, I want to see like our quarters.
No,
That would be
I'm
cool.
predicting Jin Garson will. You know how she did that overlay thing where it's inside of the Nexus or inside one of the arcs?
GN,
I'm-
not Jen.
She needs to learn how to pronounce her name correctly.
But
Jeez.
But I'm going to imagine that it's going to be that, and she's going to be inside the Tempest, and it'll be like one of those candid shots where people will be moving around like the NPCs, and she'll be talking like, "This is the bridge, this is the quarter," and kind of thing like that. Like that. It's not going to be shown as in game of us walking around. It's going to be shown like she's standing in front of a green screen thing, and green screen footage, which would be the inside of the Tempest as people move around. That is what will be shown.
I think it'd be a good spot to introduce another character because they've done 2, and they've had.
I have a prediction. It's not gonna be GM.
What if it
it's
what
been
if
a
it shows you
different
your pilot?
narrator. It's been I was gonna say it's probably gonna be our pilot.
I hope it's.
The
I hope it's a
Solarian
Solarian
dude.
I hope so.
Every video, including the initial teaser with Papa Rider, every video has been a different narrator. You had Papa Rider, Alec, you had GN Garson, then you had Avina. So I'm thinking.
Although the
next one's
Papa
gonna
Rider
be
one was
someone
really
else.
just like an intro trailer thing. It wasn't a
Yeah.
full one.
Okay, well, you know what? Out of the two that we've
You're
got,
still right. You're still right.
And we were all wrong with our predictions on who Jin was.
That was good stuff. Yeah.
GN.
Yeah, I stick with my prediction that this one will be the least interesting one out of all of them. Because
What if
I
they
like
show our
vehicles and
pilot?
stuff. Yeah, that's cool. But the other one's like colony establishment guidelines.
It's
That's
just
cool.
Comparatively, it's not
Yeah,
as interesting.
first contact protocol sounds awesome. Weapons training, I think that sounds awesome. I like the first two. I'm going to go ahead and predict this will be the least interesting one.
But if they have our pilot,
We have our
what
pilot.
if he's
What
like?
what if it
like,
doesn't?
It's probably gonna be like the coolest Solarian ever.
I like that Solarians are the pilots. Solarians are fucking awesome. I love
Well, I don't think all Solarians. Like, I don't think all the Pathfinder pilots are Solarians, but we'll see.
Should be a lot of Solarians. More Solarians is what we need. So
All the Solarians.
we're going to jump to questions, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything I should know?
There are new messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Hey, trainer, what's up? New segment opening line thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we have a
pretty
new
sure
opening
that
going.
Shepard never asks, is there anything I should know for Trainer, but I'm keeping it.
No, she just kind of says, "Hey, we got some shit going on here."
Yeah,
Like, "Oh, hey."
you like walking by, you're like, hey, you got messages, and you're like, okay.
Sure.
I don't want any more messages. Is the person that I think a lot of the messages were pretty depressing too. In Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I don't think you got many positive emails.
They're like,
And
oh, this
le-
person
and-
died,
and-
or this system went down. You're like, oh man.
well, there was when my K-Bay was recovering in the hospital. I was like, oh, okay, he's alive still. Yes.
Cool.
But that was me personally.
Was there any chance he wasn't going to be alive though?
Well, I
Well,
think
when I was playing it for the first time, it was a
Okay.
very dramatic thing, Minius.
I see. Actually,
So-
yeah, okay, yeah, I could see that.
I was like, and then like as he's recovering, he's getting better. It's like, okay, go have a date with my K-Bay, and then I go over to the Citadel, and things happen.
What kind of questions
So
we
it
got?
was.
all right. So, here we go. The first one is from Hooten Bobby R, which name sounds familiar. I think we've done a few questions by him.
I think he's answered. He's given us a few. Yeah.
And we got two of them. The first one is a quick one. Do you plan on streaming your initial playthrough of Andromeda?
No,
I will.
I don't really stream.
Extremely unlikely that I'm going to be streaming or recording my initial playthrough.
I
I
know.
may do like my reaction to the ending or something, because I don't know, for like a first playthrough I like to play in my comfy living room and like in my recliner and stuff, and like not sleep for 5 days and just let like whatever pizza shrapnel on my face stay there for a while because I'm too busy completing my first play, like things like that. I don't want to have to look pretty and stuff on camera for the whole billion hours this game's gonna take. So I'm gonna say definitely no, but I might like do the ending. So, because like I feel like a reaction to the ending would be cool.
I know that I'm going to
might
do
do
it.
that.
And I'm also going to do like streaming multiplayer with fans and whatnot. But that's also because follower where follower itself does streaming. So
Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing a lot more with multiplayer stuff. Like, but as far as I want to be able to play stuff through and play it through, because I enjoy games.
I want
by
to
myself.
enjoy it and
Yeah.
not have it be work so much, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to put on a show while I'm playing. I want to enjoy it. I understand that that's probably less interesting to all of you, but trust me, it is by far the most interesting thing to me about Mass Effect Andromeda coming out. The fact that I can play it.
And the other one is, what are your hopes for the crafting system?
Gold.
I hope it's not ridiculous.
Lots of gold.
Gold? Like, are you talking about like coloring stuff with gold?
Lots of gold. And lots of places.
I don't understand. You're just talking about like a shader, right?
Gold in lots of places. That's all I want.
I'm not picking up on that.
Gold is my favorite color.
I got that, but I just don't see what that has to do with crafting.
I want everything to have the option to be gold.
Okay. I don't know if that's going to be in crafting or not. I could see
We'll
you
see.
like you're like driving around with a gold-plated nomad. The enemies see you from a
That is
mile
what
off.
I want, man. My gold-plated armor with my gold-plated nomad with my gold-plated gun shooting
If you
it up
could,
in the
you'd
air.
like gold plate
What's
the
up?
Normandy, and its cell systems would be way
Yes.
less useful because it just be the
Yes.
shiniest object in the galaxy.
Yes. It'd be the flyest flying object. You hear what I'm saying? Mm.
To get to the actual question, I don't want the crafting system to overcome some of these items. Like, I don't want you to have to create the baddest ass weapons. I kind of don't want that.
I was gonna say that you can't pick up chicks in a tank.
Who says?
Well, because like I like to imagine
And
that.
I don't think BioFan cares.
Well, I like to
As
imagine
long as
that
it's
you know, if
gold.
we're rolling in a gold-plated car, that the
Oh,
enemies will be like,
now
a
I get what
car?
you were
How come
saying."
they get a car? And they'll be like, well, what are you complaining about? We have a tank. But you can't pick up chicks in a tank. It's red versus blue. A lot of people want me to say Tucker quotes. That's a little bit of fanfare right there. Love you guys. Bow chicka bow wow.
Some chicks like tanks, I assume. I don't know. I don't speak for women.
I don't know. I was doing a little fanfare there because I've been getting emails about saying Tucker quotes, so that was for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Nice derailment. Very good.
Oh yeah, I'm a pro with that.
What else do we got?
Michael Dunn asks, how will you... Oh, voice crack. Holy crap, puberty hit me again like a bitch. How will you choose your mission companions?
Ooh.
I usually always bring Bay, and then I bring the other one that I think is really cool.
For the first playthrough, I will most likely bring the characters that I want to as far as the story is related, as I'm telling myself. So if like, okay, this character, I'm enjoying talking to this character more, or I feel like this character is more relevant, I will bring them with me. For subsequent playthroughs, it's probably going to matter on enemy type and abilities, so you can have the best possible squad out there. But for the first time, it'll be all about the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that same kind of way that I go for, like, oh, well, you know, this is based on this thing, and that fits PB's character the best. I'll bring her.
I can definitely tell you that
Things like
Peebs is already going to be a frequent member of my squad.
It's going to depend seriously upon how much I like her.
I think she's going to be awesome.
And then kind of on the topic of missions, another question from Michael Dunn is, do you think there will be missions that do not include combat or more optional combat, like in Knights of the Old Republic Murder Mystery Quest on Dantooine, or the Mass Effect 2 mission where you investigate the Shadow Broker agent, the Observer?
It really, really looks like it. Doesn't it?
Maybe?
With that
Yeah,
one little
I mean,
gameplay clip of the going around and investigating. It kind of looks like there could be.
I'm sure there's some combat in there. That was just probably a non-combat part of that quest line.
I'm going to go ahead and go talk about something that Tucker has no clue about. My
Cool.
favorite part of Dragon Age Inquisition was the little like the ball thing that was kind of like completely out of place.
Yeah, that was my favorite part too.
I mean, it wasn't completely out of place, but I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is a lot of fun, and there was not much gameplay in that. I mean, you know,
Well,
like combat
there was
gameplay.
still combat and stuff,
but
I
it
liked
was
how
occasional,
it was balanced.
and yeah, it was
Yeah.
a lot of story stuff and intrigue and wandering around and talking to people. That was probably my favorite part. So I would love something like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the game. That's my favorite part of the whole game is like the ball story plot line.
Well, I mean, also, what about Samara?
That's right, Tucker. How did you like that?
Dude, that mission was awesome. But what about Samara's loyalty mission? There was no combat in that.
Or the Thane one.
Yeah, Thane's as well. It was you followed his son, right? Or no, you followed his target.
Yeah.
There's still gameplay, technically.
Well, no,
Well, I say gameplay, and I'm making a mistake. I gameplay and combat, I like to confuse those. But you're right, yeah.
This means like gameplay where you're going through where it's not all kill everything.
Yeah, no combat is the correct way. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think so. I think I would expect so, and I'll be a little bit disappointed if we don't get a combatless mission of some kind. Or not. Maybe the combat's way too cool to leave out.
And, all right, now this one is from Lasse Schwawing, or Schwawing. If you could choose your race in a Mass Effect-based game, which race and gender would you play?
We've kind of done this before, but you're talking about like in a game, right?
Yeah.
So let's say like it's original Dragon Age, you can pick between the top 4 or 5 races to play with your first playthrough.
Yeah, except, we're talking about Mass Effect here, not Dragon Age.
Yeah, but you couldn't do that in any other one. Don't worry about it. I'll stop talking about Dragon Age to confuse
in
you.
Dragon Age, couldn't you pick your race?
Yeah, I'm thinking of the original. Like the original Dragon Age had a different
like
intro
origin
depending
stories
on for each thing. So I'm thinking like that would be the most interesting. I think Solarian for me. I think that'd be interesting.
Solarian. Either a Solarian or a Sorry.
I think a Sorry would be fun.
I think
it'd be interesting. But I like biotic stuff.
I would, if there was an option to play all of them, I'd have to play all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd play all of them. You know what? I would go with maybe a Sorry or like
That's it. Give a thumping to a Volus with your Hanar.
Yeah.
A Pyjack. That would be fun.
Yes.
I think that'd be really lame. You just go around and steal people's food and try not to get shot or punched.
That sounds like a wonderful game.
Yeah, Solarian and then Krogan, but Solarian because...
Oh, Krogan! That one!
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder how the romance options would be as a Krogan.
I don't know. There's an interesting question. Will Drac be romanceable, yes or no?
Nah.
You don't think so?
I'm going no.
I have for and against arguments, so I don't know.
0 romanceable Krogan so far in the series.
Because, like, first of all, you have the most romanceable amount of characters ever in a Mass Effect game. Second of all, there's never been a romanceable Krogan. So, maybe. I'd give it a 50% chance.
I think that's a very good percentage. I was going to say that. 50% chance.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else so far? Like, good 99% chance. All Liam? Right. Oh, yeah. PB? Oh, definitely. Cora? Oh, you betcha.
What if Liam never takes his armor and stuff off?
Oh, you know it.
Liam just, like, Liam and Cora, they don't actually have faces. They just have their armor on the whole time. And, like, and the breather mask and everything. You're like, can I look into your eyes? Like, nope.
What if they are Quarian?
Yeah,
secretly Quarian.
They're secretly Quarian. That's the reveal.
Their legs are not the shape.
They got plastic surgery legs. Or like bionic legs or something.
I mean, Quarians are smart with technology. It could be like robotic stuff.
Yeah, they'd like, well, that's kind of gruesome, but they could chop off their legs and put on human legs.
Oh, hey,
and
someone...
two of them are on our squad.
I don't remember... Never mind. Ah, sorry. So, the next person is K.
I don't know how to pronounce his name either. I've seen it all over the place.
I'm going to put this one in the chat. It's Kakwa Yawo.
I'm going to go ahead and say...
Yayo.
Kakwa Yayo.
Yeah. If you could direct an all Elcor ensemble for a play, what would the play be?
Die Hard.
How about the Spider-Man musical? Let's see them do that.
Yippee-ki, ruefully, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I would like to see them do, like, the Spider-Man musical. Just because of, like...
I want to watch them do
Just because of what kind of wires would they need for that?
Meow. Did you see him walk around? Meow.
Memory.
I like how. Has there ever been a Die Hard musical? Because if not, there should be.
All alone in the moonlight.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, what about Phantom of the Opera or Rent? One of those.
Oh, Phantom of the Opera would be hilarious.
How about Lion King?
How long do you think you could actually sit in one of those? Really? Like at what point would it not be funny anymore?
With cats,
I
forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think about after about 5 minutes, I'd be like, oh man, it'd have to be something that I've seen a lot and know all the lines to, and that way I could actually enjoy every single emotionless line. Otherwise, it would kill me.
I love this question.
I'm still laughing over Elcor cats. This would be great. Okay,
right.
I'm okay now.
Josh Bellman asks, do you think synthetic races will play a significant role in Andromeda like the Geth did in the previous games?
Not as significant.
Not as significant?
Because the Geth were like a big deal. So I don't think it will be like as much of a conflict as it was already, because that's already kind of a storyline we've done already of, does this unit have a soul? So I feel like it will either be like units that already have like their place in the world and like they're not trying to figure their shit out, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to go with highly de-emphasized artificial intelligence.
Well, I mean, what about the Remnant?
Well, we don't know what they are yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, are they artificial intelligence? Are they, just like programmed animal intelligence? Are they like literally remnant of personalities from the old race that are stuck into them? We don't know enough yet. I think it's going to be highly de-emphasized just because of Mass Effect 3. That's my prediction. And yes, I know there was one like, you got you're like, I think he's a VI companion.
What, Sam?
Sam,
yeah. I'm pretty sure he's VI, not AI. But
so virtual intelligence, not
virtual
artificial?
intelligence, yeah, like Avina. Avina is a virtual intelligence, not an artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I think he's more, VI.
Where he has like slightly, even that Prothean VI has a little bit of personality from Mass Effect 3. Spoilers! Sorry, man. If you haven't played Mass Effect 3,
you're safe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not only that; it's a Mass Effect podcast. So if we're spoiling the Mass Effect games for you, sorry. I don't know what we can do for you.
So, Victor Fry asks, do you think there will be any sort of mini-game in Andromeda, like Gwent in the Witcher series or Pazak in Knights of the Old Republic? If so,
I've
what
never
kind of
seen a mini game that I've enjoyed in a video game.
Really?
I remember
Never?
Mass Effect 1 had that betting one, which was kind of not fun.
I'm not a mini game person. I think that they should spend their resources in the game and not the mini game.
I love arcade games, so I'd love one in there. I don't think we'll see it though, but I'd like one.
I imagine, like, what about like a racing one with the Nomad or something like that?
People, by the way, love the crap out of Gwent. Like, really love it.
It's
like love the crap out of it.
I much prefer Hearthstone. I played Gwent, but I much prefer Hearthstone.
Well, maybe I don't know the intricacies of it, but I enjoy some of the other stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I played Gwent a little bit and didn't fully get into it, but imagine that there's a learning curve that once you now I'm like fully
once you get to it, and then you can you'll really get into it. Maybe I need to get to that point. I was too busy trying to like play the rest of that game to get into it, which is kind of what BioFan was saying, is that it's a distraction, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have time to play mini games.
Of course you do.
And two, I don't know. I just think I've not played a mini game and a video game that have been like, this is awesome. So I don't know. I think it's a waste of time for most games, and they should have done something else with their time.
Depends on what kind of people they have doing what kind of things. Like at this point, they're all bug smashing, right?
Bug smashing and polishing.
So what if there's like one dude that has nothing to do?
It's actually where you smash bugs.
Ooh, I'm in. Alien bugs.
There we go.
Then I don't know. He could do something else.
You didn't like the shooting.
Sure.
You didn't like the shooting the Pyjack game in Mass Effect 2?
There was a shooting the Pyjack game.
Yeah,
in Mass
you get a
Effect 2?
discount in Tuchanka if you go
No.
shoot a bunch of Pyjacks.
Oh, that one. Yeah, no.
Fine.
I'm not a minigame person. I played that like once.
I don't think there's
Like,
gonna be one.
Like, for example, in the Citadel DLC, in that casino area or whatever, I was like, this is literally the bane of my existence. Like, all of these mini games all around me. So many. Ugh.
All right, next one is not really a question, but something I kind of want to point out was Ed Price saying that after the burger podcast, I must confess, I have had a kangaroo burger. Very good meat, lean, and fat-free.
Yeah,
How big do you think those are in Australia?
Kangaroos?
I've heard, like, you can eat kangaroo at a lot of places
Kangaroo
in Australia,
burger.
so I've heard.
Yeah.
I thought it was koala. That's kind of like a, hey, don't touch that.
Aren't they
Yeah,
like
a lot of
super
koalas have
endangered?
chlamydia.
Aren't the koalas super
Your
endangered?
fact of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Or, I mean, a lot of koalas have chlamydia. That is like,
Is it-
that's an actual thing. And there was a news thing a few years back where it was a One Direction fan fears chlamydia after a koala peed on him.
Okay. I'm going on
Hard-hitting
there like back to
journalism.
where I'm not eating any endangered species. There just aren't enough of them left.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't
gonna
need to
endangered
eat or shoot endangered species to feel cool.
Yeah, and it's just the One Direction fan just peed on, or the koala peed on the One Direction.
That's Harry Styles. It's not a fan. That's
No.
One
One Direction member. I didn't mean to say fan.
Cool.
Okay. Another
Awesome.
sidetrack.
All right. So this next one is it's kind of interesting. I told you guys at the beginning of the podcast. So if you guys had time to think about it, David Weiland has 3 questions, each for a specific person, which another person does have later on as well. Must be a theme. Anyways, the first question is for me. If I had to choose a name for BioFan as a Volus, what name would
Why
I
am
choose?
I a Volus?
Well, because
That's my
in the-
question.
Well, because in the comics you're a human, and we can't use your actual person name. 'Cause that's boring.
Okay, people are boring.
Well, no, and also I don't think you want us to say your actual name on it. But you say you pick a person name, that's not fun. Well, you're picking an alien name. It's
I know, but like, why am I a Volus? But okay.
I don't know.
I don't
But
know. What's
I-
my Volus name?
I picked Quinn Laron, KWINLARON, LARON, Quinn Laron.
Okay.
That's your
Cool.
that's your Volus name. The next one
Cool.
is for BioFan. If you had to choose
Uh-oh.
a name for Minius as a Krogan, what name would you choose?
Well, when Krogan get their names selected, there's like that ceremony thing where all the Papa Krogans go out and get themselves shit-faced, and when they make noises, those names are bestowed. Those noises become names bestowed on their children.
I don't see how Rex
I-
is a name then.
Well, I mean, like, rocks. I don't know if you're trying, like, burp
I guess we
or
don't know what
something.
language is. Yeah.
or...
Minius is too many
rocks,
syllables, though. There would
or,
never be a Krogan named Minius. Too many syllables.
Here we go. The Krogan do not name their infants very well. The males get drunk on Sovik juice and have belching contests. Whatever happens to sound like a word becomes a name.
There you go. Told ya. I did a video on this back in the days that I did videos for EA Central before it died. And I can't burp, so I don't know. I'm just gonna name Minius Burp. There you go.
Super clever.
Your Krogan name is Burp.
Check out what I found. Go ahead and ask your question.
All right. If you had to choose Minius, if you had to choose a name for me as a Solarian, what name would you choose?
Check out the website I just put up there.
Oh my god, there's a Solarian,
The Solarian name generator.
What?
Okay, so there's a Mass Effect role-playing server, and I picked a Solarian, but I cannot remember I was in mid creating my character, and I cannot remember the name I came up with.
I'm gonna go with Yermort Eberron. That's my favorite on the generated list. These lists, it's all like, I don't know how this comes. These are all bonkers.
There's also a Krogan name generator on the thing you just put.
I believe that.
There's
yeah.
a cool Krogan one. There's some cool, I like these Krogan ones. They're cool.
The difficulty with Solarian names is I believe Solarian languages are literally unpronounceable in English.
I'm like, there's ones for like Batarians and Drell. I'm like, people, we met like a few of those, and
Where is Batarian on here? I don't see Batarian.
yeah, there's a Batarian option.
Oh shit, there is. Geth. What you can pick a Geth name? What? Why is there a human name generator?
check out the description box for your name generators for Mass Effect.
The absolute best ones are the Geth ones right there.
Oh wait, there's Geth ones?
Yeah, there's a Geth name generator.
What?
Like, you can get some amazing ones, like Geth Unit 18C, or Unit 157B, or possibly System 65E.
I found my favorite for the Geth. It's
There's-
Armada.
No, what about G Unit 86A? Or G Unit 1?
Armada.
All right, this may not make great podcasting stuff, but
Nah, this is funny. This is good.
I
right.
might cut it short.
What's the next question?
Smells like Purple has 2 questions, one of which we'll answer. Another one we are not going to answer. And the first one, the one that we are going to answer is, what podcast do you guys listen to?
I listen to Dragon Age Off the Record. I've also guested on Dragon Age Off the Record quite a bit.
Ooh.
And
Tucker hosts that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tucker does not host that.
I'm secretly
What?
the host of that under my secret name of G Unit 143E.
I would love it if you were a secret host of that show. And then you just play dumb just to piss BioFan off.
I mean, that does sound like what I do.
But yeah, that's the only other podcast I really listen to. And I don't think they really podcast much anymore. I was also a guest on there quite a bit. Because I know my Dragon Age stuff.
I listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast, that one, and The Patch, which is their gaming one. And I also learned that BioWare had a podcast for Star Wars The Old Republic.
The number one Star Wars The Old Republic podcast on the internet.
In the world.
I listen to lots of weird stuff, but the one that I need to poke at, if you're a history fan, you need to check out Dan Carlin's Hardcore History.
Yeah, I'll check
It's
that out.
by far the most informative podcast I've ever encountered. And yes, I'm including this one.
What's it called?
Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. He gets like way into it's phenomenal. It really is. Like, if you want to like just look at a subject that you're interested in, he takes on topics and in essence turns them into like 12, 15-hour episodes, basically.
And he has 58 episodes so far of it.
Yeah, he started off doing like little 15-minute stuff, and then like the most recent podcast he's been doing, they're 5 hours each, and they're not like,
fuck.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
they're not really podcasts anymore. They're more like audiobooks, and it's not like he doesn't just turn on his microphone and talk. Although I think he does a little bit. They're well researched and stuff. You will learn things if you listen to that podcast.
Learning is good.
Most of the time.
I also just found out that the Playboys have a podcast. So
The Playboys or Playboy?
Playboy, Playboy Entertainment.
Okay. I was like, the Playboys? I was like, wow, okay, that podcast sounds wild.
All right, and the one that we are not answering is, if you had to kill one of your co-hosts, who would it be? And then his secondary question to that, if you had to kill someone other than Tucker, who would it be?
I wouldn't kill any of you guys. I wouldn't do that. That's mean.
Thank you, Smells Like Purple. I like to think I'm a fun person.
He is a fun person.
He is a fun person.
More of an acquired taste. I love the
My
Tucker
role,
fans.
my role in the podcast is to just kind of, be the weird one, I guess.
I think you just do that. You do that anyway, even if it wasn't your role, right?
Yeah, I kind of get distracted.
All right, cool. Is that what we got, or
No, we got another one that are, again,
Wow.
specific to
so
us.
you asked for people to write questions, and it happened.
Yeah, dude, come on. Bring more questions. I'm loving this. C. Wallace, and this one is to BioFan. Obviously, your biggest concern is the hairstyles for the new game. So my question for you is, what would be your preferred hairstyle?
Well, I mean, I always, when I do my first playthrough, I kind of do that, like, character that's, like, the Hollywood version of you, kind of. So, like, I like just, like, swooped back, but, like, has some body to it. Like, hair. And then if I ever play as, like, a female character, I like longer styles, but there's some pretty cool short styles. But I like, either appearance of length, typically, or just, like, really good quality. Quality hair. Quality hair.
And then this one is
I'd take a
for
buzz cut.
Minius.
Just
Anything but a buzz cut.
I would just give you shit. Buzz cut, female buzz cut.
This one is for Minius. Same person. Out of the two new vehicles that you're going to be introduced to in the game, the Tempest or the Nomad, which one are you most looking forward to interacting with, and do you think they will be as fun as their original counterparts?
Mine is pretty easy, and it's the Tempest because it can go places. And no, I don't think it'll be as interesting to interact with. Although I could be wrong there.
Dude, interacting with the Mako is like driving just a small car with a dryer on tumble.
There's no way the Nomad isn't going to be better than the Mako, right?
Like, it's impossible.
It's really hard to do that. I don't know.
better.
It might depend upon. The reason I'm saying that is because as far as interaction goes with the Tempest is smaller. So there's probably more to like walk around and do on the Normandy, which is the question. Just explaining my answer.
They've brought in so many people to work on the design and everything for the Nomad and how it functions and works and whatnot. Like, it's going to be really good.
I still like spaceships more than cars. I'll just put that out there. That's where my answer's coming from.
Spaceships are cool.
Spaceships.
And then this one is for me, and it says, even though Andromeda's worlds are supposed to be open world, do you think that the introduction of the Nomad will allow you to leave the first area of the game in under a year's time frame? Or are we going to end up dubbing it the Hinterlands Part 2? And I think that all of the different worlds is going to be so exciting to see because of the fact it's brand new worlds and everything. I don't think people are going to have that hard of a time leaving that to go check out a new area.
I think they also learned their lesson in the Hinterlands of so many people didn't leave the Hinterlands, especially so many reviewers never actually left the Hinterlands.
Yeah, man, why wouldn't they leave?
So I think they learned their lesson of make sure that you have leavable areas in the very beginning. Yeah. So.
And the final question is from Ethan O'Neill. So shout out to our Scottish and Irish viewers. I wanted to hear what you guys think about the... Oh, and actually, before we answer this, I do want to do a quick thing again with the Aaron Flynn interview. But I wanted to hear what you guys think about the possibility of a Mass Effect RTS style game. If there was a Mass Effect RTS, in what style would you like it done? Like StarCraft, or something like Empire of War, or something like Total War? And before we get into that, I actually asked Aaron Flynn, what are the chances that we'll ever get a Mass Effect RTS or something that's not third person? And he said that given how Mass Effect is set up with the different races, and you can kind of already look and see what different units you could have as well of vehicles and things like that, that a Mass Effect RTS has been something that they have tossed around a lot. It's just something that they've never fully sat down and went, all right, this is what we're doing.
They might have to hand that off to another studio. I would much rather have BioWare working on BioWare games, and then since EA's got a big umbrella.
With that being said, it that could mean that there very potentially could be a Mass Effect RTS game, which not being a mod for something like Stellaris or something like that, but an actual RTS game that's for Mass Effect. And how would you guys feel about that?
You got my brain whirring because I think that could be really cool.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
It could be really, really, really cool. Because there's a number of different things you could do. Mm-hmm. Obviously depends on how much of an RTS. I love real-time strategy games. I also suck at them.
Now,
I will play them and get run over everywhere, but yeah.
Now, a question is, in what style would you want it to be? Would you want it to be a real-time RTS where, like StarCraft or Red Alert or something, where you're building your base as the enemy is building their base and you're trying to gather as much resources and trying to attack like that? Or would you want it to be a turn-based RTS, kind of like Total War or something like that?
I really like Civ 6.
Well, isn't Total War kind of in between? Because
Yeah,
the battles are
With that example I gave, it is actually, if there was a Mass Effect RTS, I would love it to be real-time strategy, not like the turn-based or the hybrid, which is Total War. But I mean, what about you guys? What do you think?
I mean,
I would like turn-based.
I like turn-based
I like
games
to think
a lot,
about things and like plot the destruction of my enemies.
But based on what you're saying there, a real-time strategy game, ooh, I want a full-on space combat simulator. Although I don't think that's the best option. I just want to play one of those.
See, what I'm thinking about though is
Korean Wars.
If you guys have ever played Halo Wars,
do you like Halo?
That is, yeah, I do.
You like Halo?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, and by the way, one person tried to correct me in the comments. No, you, sir, are wrong. The humans first fought the Flood, and then because of that, they attacked the Forerunners. It wasn't the Forerunners who first fought the Flood. It was the humans. And whatever the other alien race was that sided with the Forerunners.
This just became a Halo
there you go.
podcast.
But if you've ever played Halo Wars, that is a live-action RTS, and I would love for something like that for Mass Effect. Which, if you think about it, depending on how Mass Effect Andromeda ends, maybe the next game in Andromeda might be an RTS, because like you got the few races, so you got the Milky Way races, and then
I think this could be in addition to that. I seriously hope they don't stop making out like a Mass Effect Andromeda 2, the Andromeding, and put out an RTS instead. We've settled on that being the title, right? Mass Effect Andromeda 2, the Andromeding.
I mean, it would be really cool for an RTS.
Yeah,
like,
I think
if it's in the Andromeda galaxy, or
I
would
think
you want RTS?
That's what would have to be, probably, right? If they're really moving in.
But you wouldn't want an RTS in the Milky Way?
I would love an RTS in the Milky Way, but if you're looking like realistically, this game could happen. It's probably going to happen in Andromeda, right? Because that's where they want the focus to be.
Yeah, it could, but that would also mean that choices. I mean, because even though it is an RTS game, because it's Mass Effect, there'll probably be choices that they'll have to take that into account for the next third-person RPG Mass Effect game.
If they go that far, I think you might be a little bit too optimistic about this happening.
Oh no, I am. I'm just meaning if that's the route they went. While if they did one that's in the Milky Way, and it could be kind of like it's after the first contact, but before Mass Effect 1.
The problem is the Milky Way is super peaceful most of the time, unless you go way back. Like Rachni Wars, that wasn't peaceful. That's going to end up looking a lot like StarCraft, though.
I would love, though, a Mass Effect RTS. I would 100% buy that, pre-order, support it any way I can.
Here's a good question. What is your favorite RTS?
Red Alert 2.
Red Alert 2.
Either that or Stronghold.
I'm going to go way back when I was a really tiny kid. Warcraft 2. Really enjoyed that. Did not know what I was doing.
You know, I'm stuck between Red Alert 2, which was my first RTS experience, and Stronghold 2, which I love because that's medieval times. It's a medieval RTS.
So we all have YouTube channels. You may or may not know that. If you don't know that, whoa, dude. Come on.
Welcome.
Hi.
What
Hello
videos
there.
have you done recently that you want to point people in the direction of? Let's start with you, Tucker.
I actually did a thank you video to fans and everything like that, saying thank you for the support that you've given Mass Effect follower and everything like that.
I love you.
Oh, I love you, Arnie.
Is that please? I didn't watch the video. Please tell me that's the video.
No, but the video was basically just me talking without a script, and I mentioned that I typically have to follow a script. If you guys ever listen to Andromenerds, that's when I'm off the script. Things get weird.
Cool. Thank you for going to his thank you. BioFan, what do you got?
Well, most recently, I have suffered from a cold and a stomach bug combined. So, I
Colds
haven't
and
made
stomach bugs
anything.
in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes, confirmed. And so I haven't really made anything super recently, and then Christmas happened, and then, yeah. So, stuff is coming soon. I am working on the largest news update that I will probably ever work on, because it is literally so big and keeps growing, and it just doesn't stop.
It's you
And-
got to get that out before January before
that
January
is
gets
my
going.
goal.
You got to do that, otherwise you are screwed.
That is my goal in this life.
There's more stuff
I
coming
am
in January.
returning back home to my apartment on the 29th, recording all that I can record and put together, and I am going to try my damnedest to get this out before 2017, man. This is my Everest. All right.
Best of luck. Climb that mountain.
This is my Everest.
Complete something in 2016. What a fantastic year we just had. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, I have a video out that I just put out, or will have put out, on all the different abilities we saw in Mass Effect Andromeda. Confirmed ones and speculating on the other ones that we haven't gotten yet. There are quite a few of them.
Videos are going to be light in Mass Effect Follower until the start of January.
Well, January we're going
Yeah,
to start
'cause-
getting stuff again, so things are going to pick up.
Yeah, so you need
Maybe
to,
we'll get a release date. Oh,
please.
a release date. Is it December 29th? I bet it
Please.
isn't. It's not a chance.
If it's December 29th, I will shave my head.
You know what? I'll shave my head too.
We will all shave our heads. And
I
if
didn't agree
it
to
is
this, but
Tucker,
You serious? You're not willing to okay.
You're not willing to join in on this?
How about
No,
this?
dude.
I
But
will
in
let
a-
Tucker shave my head.
I will let Tucker shave my head and Minius's head if it's
I
December
will
29th.
go to your homes and shave your head. Do not think I won't. You won't even have to tell me where you are. I'll just be there one day.
You just find that?
will
Yeah.
just
We're like,
show
whoa,
up.
whoa, with like a camera crew. We're like, holy crap,
Oh, yeah.
we're doing this.
like,
Like,
oh,
hey guys,
great.
remember that promise you had?
December 29th. Watch the game comes out on December 28th. I'm not going to let you shave my head. All right. Want me to take us out?
Do it.
That's all the nerdiness we've got for today. Join us next week as we see whether or not AbilityDrain makes it on the show. Remember that every time you like and share this video, someone leaves Caden on Vermeer.
Oh, you.
Did you write that one, or did AbilityDrain write that
That
one?
was AbilityDrain, but I left it in because I thought we would never get to it.
Oh, I went right for it. If you have any...
You son of a bitch.
I really, at some point, should read the outline we have for our podcast.
No, don't. It's much better. You're just going to ruin it anyway. And no, I'm not being mean. I'm being matter of fact. He's going to ruin it. If you have any questions for us, Mass Effect related or otherwise, feel free to email us at andromenerds@gmail.com. Great questions for today. We'll get to more in the next episode. Along with our co-host, be sure to follow Andromenerds on Twitter. If you like this podcast and would like to see some more awesome videos, be sure to check out and subscribe to our respective channels. Along with our co-host, I'm going to restart that. Along with our co-host, be sure to oh my God, I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart. We haven't been going that long, have we? Oh, we have been going
We
for
need
a while.
to put
Okay,
you back
good.
together.
Oh my God, I'm falling apart. Along with our co-host, do you want to? One of you guys want to do it? I'll do it. Along with our co-host, be sure to follow Andromenerds on
bitches.
Twitter. If you like this podcast and would like to see some more awesome videos, be sure to check out and subscribe to our respective channels. Well, I've never had problems like that before. That was awful.
Wow. That was
Oh,
Special.
this is the end of the show. Goodbye.